Snapchat, sports_302, and make sure, like Benny said, come down here live. The Hooters of Newark, located in 136 Astro Shopping Center. Take in the show and hang out with the crew.
All right, the 2018 Delaware Middle School Basketball Explosion features 36 of the very best middle school basketball players in the state of Delaware, showcasing their talents with friends and family. And joining us on the show today is three members of the Delaware Middle School Basketball Explosion. Joining us is Rob Turner, Ray Rhodes, and Darnell Vaughn. Guys, thank you so much for joining us on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
So, Rob, I'm going to go and start with you. This concept of having middle school basketball players playing in this big, I guess, expose is a way to put it. Where did this concept come from to have this showcase?
Well, originally, the very first one was in 2009, actually. When we first did it, it was for a fundraiser for an AAU program that I had. But I don't have that AAU program anymore. So now, it's just for these kids to showcase their skills and get an opportunity to play against these other kids that will probably be their nemesis or rivals for years to come.
Yeah, there is a sense of almost a beauty to it. There's an artwork of having like these rivalries start at this age, and then of course when they get to high school, kind of grow from there. I want to talk to you about the planning of this event, because an event this big, it has to require a lot of time and energy.
Well, yeah, it really did require a lot of time. I finally decided I wanted to bring it back last year in May. Speaking with Darnell here and Ray, told him I wanted to bring it back because we had actually stopped it in, I think it was 2012. Darnell and I decided we were going to focus on AAU. But those kids are now graduating from high school, so we decided to bring it back in May. So we've been going full steam since May till even as soon as today. We added our last kid earlier today.
There you go. And again, this is Sunday, February 11th. It will be played at St. Elizabeth High School in the St. Center. That's 1500 Cedar Street, Wilmington, Delaware. And make sure you get there. Doors will open at 12:30 p.m. $5 admission. You're going to see great games. And of course, we got ourselves great games. And if you got great games, you got to have great players. Can you guys talk about some of the players that are playing in this thing and who we should be looking forward to in the years to come?
I think that's another question for me because I've actually personally went to middle school games, AAU practices, AAU games, hosted open gyms, coordinated workouts for myself and Mr. Darnell Vaughn here. So I've seen probably 32 of the 36 personally.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Darnell, do you have any names that we should keep an eye out for here?
Well, I mean, my personal favorite is Joshua Stewart.
Okay.
We saw him. At the end of the day, we can coach high level games basketball. And so we really looks like we high level. So when we first saw him, we were blown away by him. So when we knew we got him in the game, we know he was going to be something special.
Darnell, I'm going to go to you for this one. Talk about evaluating some of the talent. What went into that? I mean, there's tons of talent here. How do you kind of differentiate what level they're at?
Oh, I mean, at the end of the day, first off, it starts with their IQ. You see, a lot of times with kids, when you're a child, they all think we have to score a lot of points.
Right.
So we have a very small amount of time to show what you can do. We want to see if a kid understands competing at a high level, how to pass the ball, how to be coachable, being vocal, being able to shoot when a good shot, not just jacking up shots, just having a good basketball IQ at that young of age. That says a lot in a small sample size of time. So,
Darnell, I'm going to go back to you for this one. What can we expect in this upcoming show?
We're trying to change the culture. I mean, at the end of the day, we want to change the culture around here. And the only way we're going to change the culture is that we talk about all the time is starting back with the younger children. And at the end of the day, we will hope that this game will turn into something that the younger children aspire to get to. So even though we brought it back, a lot of kids don't remember the older ones. So we want this to be something they aspire to be as they go forward. So we think it's going to be a really good game.
When you talked about this event in the past, there's been some big names that have played in this thing that have gone on to collegiate success, some going overseas and playing, and some that are playing right now in high school. Can you talk about some of these guys that have played in this thing in the past and how much that they've been incorporated into this?
A few that come to mind that most people will be able to familiarize themselves with is Trayvon Duval, who's actually the starting point guard for Duke University presently. Mikey Dixon, who's probably one of the greatest high school players Delaware has ever seen. He's currently at St. John's. Eric Ayala, who started his high school career out at Sanford. He's now getting ready to go to University of Maryland. We had Austin Tillman, who's now at Monmouth, getting ready to graduate. Sabree Thompson, who recently graduated from Northwestern State. Isaac Fleming, who's now at Eastern Carolina.
Big names. Some big names.
There's a couple that's actually playing professionally overseas. Name skips my mind right now, but he was the starting point guard for Howard High School when they won a state championship. Tyre Ponzo-Meek. It's a lot of kids. Some of them are men now, but.
Chase, that's what happens when you have tons of names. Ray, I'm going to go to you for this one. One of your titles is Educational Developer. How have you incorporated academics into this event, and how important is it for these talented young men to understand the importance of an education?
Well, I think it's very important. If we look just over the last few years at some of the more talented athletes that come out of Delaware, a lot of times they have to end up going to junior college, or they didn't qualify through clearinghouse to be able to get to a school that they wanted to. So we thought that if we could start to incorporate some of the thinking, the mindset to not only the students, to parents on why it's important to get these students ready now. If they want to go to a St. Elizabeth or another private school, that they need to start getting qualified now. So we help with SAT prep, and we also help with secondary school academic preparation as well.
Education is so very important. Finally, Rob, we're going to get you for this one. Some of the coaches are names that people from Delaware should be familiar with. A lot of stars there.
I was speaking with Darnell again. Like, he's probably my best friend, and we go over things with each other before we make it public. And I thought that it would be cool to have the current high school stars, or some of them even superstars, to actually coach these kids that these kids more than likely are looking up to currently. So in the first game, we're going to have Hassan Perkins, who's a star guard for Sanford. And he told me that he wanted his assistant coach to be none other than Jair Davis, who's, I don't know, the first freshman ever to make first team All-State, if I'm not mistaken. He's also a part of Team USA basketball. The coach that they're going to be competing against is Famir Ali, who's been to probably the Bob Carpenter Center every year of his career as a point guard. And then the following game, one of the coaches is going to be Caleb Matthews, Smyrna High School. Won a state championship last year, first team All-State. And then his coach that he's going to be coaching against is Nyshawn Bones Highland, and nobody's name is hotter than his right now. I'm pretty sure he scored 50 or more points 2 games in a row sometime last week. So that'll be very interesting to see how those younger guys coach the even younger guys.
It's going to be a great event, Ben. You look at it, it's going to get broken down into 2 games here. Game 1 will be at 1 o'clock. Players will consist of 6th and 7th grade players. Halftime will be an 8-minute game for 4th grade players. And in game 2, that's going to be around 2:15. That'll be the 8th graders and some elite players that we talked about. Halftime of that game will be 5th graders. Once again, guys, with these last 2 games, those players to watch. We name them one more time so the listeners at home can see who they're going to go see.
Name the players.
Just a few.
I have them in, I believe, alphabetical order. I'm not exactly sure. But we have a kid by the name of Shannon Black, who goes to SHU. Majesty Carter, Smyrna Middle. Jahiah Eldridge, Gunnan Bedford, Brandon Graves, who I believe is probably going to be a pretty special player. He goes to Newark Charter. Hakeem Henry, excellent point guard, goes to Ferry Charter. Xavion Holden, I'm probably pronounced his name wrong, but he goes to Sussex Central Middle. Justin Mullen, a kid that I think is going to be pretty good as well. He's 6'3" right now in the 8th grade. He goes to the independent school.
A little bit of height I wish I had, man.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of height I wish I had.
Malachi Wright, another kid that's about 6'3" right now, goes to Tally Middle. There's a kid named Evan Sparks that goes to Reading Middle. He's also 6'3". And two kids that are not participating, but they would have had they not been away for an AAU event. One kid is named Jalen Duran. He's 6'8" right now. Goes to Gunning Bedford. And then there's another kid, Denai Sutton Dennis, or Denai Dennis Sutton. I'm not 100% sure how it's written. But he's about 6'6". And he also goes to Sussex Central Middle. So there's some talent here in Delaware. So I just wanted to bring it all together for people to see it. And one more thing that people don't know about that's happening, we're actually bringing in a highly reputable regional scout by the name of Mike Melton, who runs these great events called the Basketball Spotlight. He's seen everybody that's probably in the NBA when they were this same kid's age. So I wanted to bring him down here to get an opportunity to see our Delaware youth, and so he can evaluate them as well.
It is the 2018 Delaware Middle School Basketball Explosion. Again, doors open at 12:30 p.m. Admission is $5. 2 games and tons of fun events, and there's a lot of basketball. And of course, you can watch the next wave of talent hit Delaware. Rob, Ray, Darnell, thank you so much for stopping by on the show.
Thanks for having me.
We come back, we got to talk about the kids that are in high school right now. It's girls first. It's coming next on 302.